Hello, everyone. It's Dr. Manjiri Nadkarni, Ayurvedic MD, registered holistic nutritionist, back today for another session of Wellness Wednesday. So, this entire session of Wellness Wednesday for the month of Jan, we are talking about fat loss, weight loss. We are discussing a lot of different, foods, supplements that are going to help with weight management, especially the fat loss. And we are also looking at certain things that may not work as well. So that's what we have all been discussing today. I wanted to talk to you about how to achieve targeted fat loss with nutrition. So we are going to talk about fat loss versus muscle loss. We are going to talk about specific, diet ways or exercise ways that can help you tap into fat rather than focusing just on weight loss, right? So one of the most important things for you to understand is that all weight loss is not fat loss, right? So if you are somebody who is struggling with a higher BMI, if you have a higher body mass index, if you are someone who really wants to lose weight, the weight on the scale is not an accurate measurement of what's going on in your body, because the weight on the scale only tells you what to weigh. It's not talking about how much water retention you're dealing with, what muscle mass percentage you have, how much body fat percent you have. It's not even talking about the compartments of your body. So, number one thing that you really want to do is get a body composition done, because that is something that will help you understand what's really going on, and that will help you um, create a plan for targeted fat loss, right? So, there are several, uh, practitioners that would focus on targeted fat loss, and there are several practitioners who say that you can't just target fat loss, but you can, right? So for me, what I want to tell you is that there is a way you can tap into your body fat without losing the muscle reserve. So if you end up losing a lot of muscle mass, that is going to be a problem for you, because in the long term you are going to be more tired, you are going to be sicker, you're not going to recover well from colds, flus, or anything that attacks you. You're not going to have a good metabolism if you lose a lot of the muscle mass. You may also have a lot of blood sugar imbalances if you have very low muscle mass or if you're not active enough, right? So that is why having a good muscle mass while we are trying to lose fat is extremely important. And there are a lot of generic programs that I want to talk about. So if you are someone who's dealing with some crash diet, some random generic programs, they're only giving you a temporary solution, they're not giving you a permanent solution. They are usually based on cookie cutter method. So they will have one program that has been created, and they, sometimes I have clients who will go through different programs and then they don't get the benefit, right? Because um, everybody on that program has been put on like a 1200 calorie diet or a 1500 calorie diet, but your body requirements could be way higher. 1200, 1500 calorie diets just don't work, because most times your basal metabolic rate is going to be a minimum of 15, 1600. And if you are under eating as compared to your basal metabolic rate, if you're eating very low amounts, you are just going to crash and burn in the long term. So number one thing you want to do is you want to be able to look at sustained weight loss and not follow any random cookie cutter plan that's giving you like a 1200 calorie diet or a 1500 calorie diet, because it is not customized to you, right? Often a lot of weight loss programs talk about guaranteed weight loss, but a lot of the times the weight that you're losing in these programs could be uh, loss of muscle mass, it could be the loss of body water. It may not be fat loss unless you really focus and measure the body fat before and after, there is no guarantee that what you lost on the scale is really fat, right? One way to know without using the scale is if you lose inches, then definitely, you are losing some amount of fat. But again, inches loss can also occur with muscle loss, right? So there are different diets that will make you calorie count the points. There are several diets, several programs that I've seen where they'll give you everything packaged to eat, and that's within a calorie budget, and then you're supposed to stick to that calorie budget. And that's going to help you lose weight. And some of these can be high protein shakes. Some of them are like soups that are packed with food coloring and preservatives. So the challenge here is you're not getting healthy. um, you may have a lot of sugar cravings, you may have a lot of salt cravings. Sometimes you'll stick to a diet which is very restrictive for a short time, and then you will just like eat everything inside. And these programs can also create nutritional deficiencies. Some may create conditions like type 2 diabetes, high blood sugar, or they don't correct the underlying thing. So that can be a huge challenge when it comes to your health. So what exactly can you do? How can you exactly tap into your body fat? That is the main discussion that we are going to do today. So it is totally possible for you to lose fat and build the muscle mass. It does take effort, it does take discipline, and it does take proper planning, right? So I'll give you an example. So today I had a client with over 41 BMI or body mass index. So she was on the morbidly obese category. So when you go from 30 to 39 BMI, you are in the obese category. But when you go to a BMI that is over 40, right, that becomes morbidly obese. So that is where your risk of heart disease, your risk of certain kinds of cancer, your risk of high blood pressure, your risk of getting a stroke is going to increase exponentially because of the excess body fat that you're carrying. And she had done different programs. She had tried vegan diet, which really helped lower her cholesterol. But when we saw her muscle mass, she was only at 23% of the muscle mass, which was really low for her. And her body fat percentage was 50%. So half of her body weight was body fat, which shows that that itself is inflammatory fat. And her muscle mass percentage, which should have been a minimum of 30, was as low as 23. So what we talked about was, everything that she was doing which was detrimental to her health. And she had tried different restrictive diets. She had not counted, what she was eating. So she was sometimes eating a huge portion, sometimes she would skip meals, sometimes she would stay within the target, only to let go of it after 2 3 days. So that was a huge challenge that she was talking about. So, what can somebody do if they're looking to lose this excess body fat and keep it off? You have to realize that it is a lifestyle change that You're looking at a lifestyle change where you are going to not just, you know, do it for a shorter time, but you have to make sure you're creating the change as a part of your life. You are going to eat certain foods, get healthy as a part of your life, and not just as a temporary diet or something that you absolutely hate, something that sucks but you're forced to do. That is not going to help you, right? The other thing often is to also create an identity change. So this is one thing that will really, really help you. So if you are looking at getting healthy, right, being in the best health of your life, that is a very good identity shift, that I am a healthy person versus I'm aiming for weight loss, right? So if you are becoming a healthy person, you are not going to put any junk in the body, whether it's marketed as a health food, right? So there are certain shakes, which could have a lot of additives and they taste great, but they may not be as healthy. So if you change your identity from a not so healthy person or as a person wanting to lose weight, to a really healthy person who has a good body fat, that's my goal, then I'm going to make sure that what I put in my body is as clean as possible and is going to be really healthy for me. Um, we have to focus on the root cause of your weight gain. Now, root cause of weight gain for everyone could be different. Some people gain weight because they are eating a lot of calories, right? Some people gain weight because of different medical conditions. Some people gain weight because of different, diseases they've been diagnosed with. Like if you have an imbalance in cortisol, you will gain weight. If you are diagnosed with diabetes, especially type 1, put on insulin. That is also something that will clear the sugar out of your blood, but it will make you put on more fat. Insulin is a fat depositing hormone, right? High amounts of cortisol is going to create a lot of weight gain. Estrogen is a challenge when you have a higher amount of estrogen, and especially the foreign estrogens. Your body is not going to release the fat. At the same time, this excess fat is going to secrete more estrogen. If you have a lot of toxicity in your body is not going to be able to release the fat, because that's where it will trap the toxins and keep it, unless you get rid of the you know toxins. Food addictions, emotional eating are, if that's the problem that you're dealing with, if there is underlying stress, then this is something that is a huge challenge for you, and you're just going to not be able to break the cycle unless you identify that. So identifying the root cause is the number one thing you want to do. Tracking the body composition is always something that I do. So I have this specific program called Complete Metabolic Reset. It is a very structured program in terms of measurement. So we will measure your body fat, your muscle mass, your phase angle, which is how healthy your cells are. We are going to measure your water retention. We are also going to measure, um, different parameters like total body water, right? So we track the body fat, muscle mass, hydration, etc., before and after. And in that 4 visit program, which spans over 2 months, I have seen a reduction of body fat in anywhere from 2 pounds to 7 pounds. And I have seen loss of water retention. I have seen muscle gain anywhere from like 3% to 5%, or sometimes more as well, right? So this is where we are targeting on losing the fat. We are targeting on building the muscle mass. We are not pushing for any calorie counting. We are not pushing for any unnatural diets. Rather, the dietary plan will be built around what you are eating, and you are not going to be depraved, right? You are not going to be eating sad foods or bad foods. For those that know me, for those that have taken any of my cleanses or even detoxes with me, know that I absolutely love food. And even though we eat clean, we eat some of the best tasting foods, and that is kind of the secret to my success with different programs that I host. You will also get a personalized meal plan. You will also get a 30-day emotional eating journal, which will help you get in touch with yourself. It will help you also identify any of the triggers that you have, which is making you eat emotionally. So, this complete metabolic reset is a 4 session program that works for different conditions. It is going to reset your metabolism. It is going to boost your energy levels. It is going to ensure that what you're losing is fat and not muscle mass. And you will do all of this while you're eating foods that you absolutely love, that are also supporting your unique body type. This program is based on the core of Ayurveda as well as modern holistic nutrition. And if you are looking for more details on the program, you can go onto my website, manjirinadkarni.com. Under the programs, you can see some testimonials as well, where there have been clients where we have been able to manage their blood sugar levels, bring it down from a 16 to a 7. We have been able to help clients with aches, pains, or extreme fatigue or afternoon crashes, severe joint pain. We have been able to restore the cellular function as well when we work together. So, this is one of the best programs that you will see because it helps you do a complete lifestyle shift, and it does not rely on any supplements. It does not rely on you breaking the bank and constantly tracking things or constantly eating things that you don't enjoy. So if you are interested about this program, which is Complete Metabolic Reset, you can message me. You can also set up a 15-minute free consultation by either messaging me here or calling the clinic at 519-336-5258. And I will be more than happy to talk to you about this amazing program called Complete Metabolic Reset. So, again, this is a 4 session program. Before and after, we look for the actual body measurements and the body composition, and you will notice a lot of benefit at the end of the program in terms of weight loss, in terms of muscle growth, in terms of more stamina, more energy, loss of cravings. And I would love to support you. So if you have any questions or if you need more information, feel free to message me and I will get back to you with more details and we can set up this 15-minute free call. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.